What's up, everybody? Tindo here, and I have been thrift shopping. I bought a bunch of stuff at the Goodwill bins today. Now, I'm on the road, I am traveling, so we're in Kentucky. We're in Patrick's hometown of Lexington, and just about an hour north of here in Indiana, there's a brand new Goodwill bins. I've never been to a brand new Goodwill bins. It's been there for less than a month. Can you believe that? I've never normally been able to say, I've been to the newest bins in America, but I can say that now. And it was a pretty cool facility. So we're going to go check it out. We're going to go look at everything that I bought there and stuff. Then we'll come back here and we'll talk about what I bought. But also in the meantime, I just want to throw this out there. I've got a lot of playlists on my channel. So I actually have a whole playlist of Goodwill bins around America. So if you kind of want to check out different bins all across America, go find that playlist on my channel because it's pretty cool and there's lots of different stuff there. But let's go to the bins, and then I'll meet you back here. Who is ready for some brand new Goodwill bins? I know I am. This is a brand new Goodwill bins, both literally and figuratively. Figuratively for me, because I've never been to this one, but this bins has not been here very long whatsoever. But as soon as you walk in the front door, this is probably the cleanest bins you're ever going to see. Probably because it's new, I'm not really sure. But this place is spotless. There's not a scuff on the wall. There's not a yellow line on the floor that is chipped up. It is spotless. People were moving around pretty quickly when I first walked in the door, which usually means they just brought out new product. And I waited for about an hour before they rotated. So I figured out pretty quickly that they were on about an hour rotation schedule here. Too bad I wasn't really able to stay here longer and see several rotations. I definitely would have loved to, but we drove an hour to get here and still have an hour to drive back, which is totally worth it for a new bins experience. But I have limited time here, so I'm going to just keep digging. And I've only found one video game so far, and it was a sports title, of course, as you would expect. But I'm finding lots of other little knickknacks like this shark, which I don't need to buy. And honestly, I didn't mean to buy it, but I threw it in my bag and didn't really do my ritual of emptying my bag out and really trying to be considerate about what I buy. So I ended up leaving with this guy anyways. But sharks are not what I'm here for. I am here for the video game. So let's keep digging and see if I can't find a few more. There were a few video games like this, a PC game, which also in my haste I ended up buying without meaning to. But that's all right. We'll take it home. We'll see what it's all about. Any flight simulator fans here? I know that's pretty popular among some people. I'm not super into it, but I do like flying games, all right. There were some VHS that I almost bought, but I didn't end up buying them because I got a little bit too heavy, and these places are pay by the weight, so I'm not going to pay the weight charge for these VHS. So I'm going to keep moving, I'm going to keep digging, and I end up finding one bin that had probably all the best stuff in it for the day. I dug in this bin, and first I found a Mario toy, which I do already have, so I'm probably not going to buy that, but a wall charger, a good one, and then a PS3 controller. The thumbsticks are a little gummy, but I'm going to get it anyways. Fidget spinner, lit fam, and then there was a Super Nintendo game. A WrestleMania arcade Super Nintendo game. I could not be more excited right now. That alone makes this trip to the bins worth it. So this is about an hour in now, and they are rotating half of the store. So this is a bins where you can wait around the yellow squares, and whenever they fill it up with bins, you can go. This is not at all like the bins in my hometown. In my hometown, you get everything taken out of one side of the store, and you can't even look in that direction until everything is replaced. But this place, section by section, you can dig through while they're doing it, which is really neat because something really new happened here, something I'd never seen before. They did a little bit of both. They emptied one half of the room and then refilled it, but as they refilled each one of these giant yellow rectangles, you could then again dig in it. So you would see these people scurry and dig through these bins, and you see already over here in this other yellow rectangle, they're already refilling it. And so people would immediately go scurry over to the next one. So you had tons of new bins to dig through quite repeatedly. It was pretty cool. I also found this complete inbox Guitar Hero guitar, which I'm excited about because I only collect this stuff when it's complete inbox, so I'm definitely going home with this. Another really neat thing I encountered at this bins is how well organized these bins full of media are. I've never seen this in a Goodwill bins. One of my biggest complaints about Goodwill bins usually is how these bins of books are so piled high that you just can't dig through them. They're just too heavy. It's too much work. No one's going to do it. But all these bins of media were either just not filled up very high, or they were organized and stacked up like that, which I really, really appreciate. There was also a computer here I got excited about because it had USB 3.0, which means it's a little bit newer, might have something I need in it, but it just had a Pentium processor, so nothing I'm looking for there. Another good find for today in this bin, I found a Disney Infinity character, which I have been collecting for a while. I really want to get the complete set. There's not a ton of them. It's not a huge feat to collect all of them, but I've got this guy now. It's nice to find one that I don't have because I've been finding a lot of doubles lately. But this bin had a lot of little toy stuff in it that was interesting, but I didn't really find anything else that I needed. Next up, I found a box of Star Wars Legos, and honestly, as far as I can tell, it's complete. The bags inside the box, 2 of the 3 total, were open, and I think the minifigures were taken out of them, but I'm not sure. I'll have to do more research to see if it's all there, but I'm pretty excited about it. I found this Super Mario Brothers Wii case, but look, no disc in it, but there was a Wiimote Plus with its nunchuck, so that kind of makes up for it, really. I did much more digging around here, and then I ended up finding some more Wii stuff, which usually happens. If you find a little Wii stuff, you're bound to find a lot of Wii stuff. So there's a pink Wiimote Plus, which I actually needed a better one of, so I'm happy to find that. Also really happy to find a Luigi Mario Kart figure. Definitely going to buy that. But the rest of the stuff in this bins isn't really interesting. I did one more little look before I left, and I found a Ben 10 game, but of course the disc is missing. There was a lot of that today, but I did find some nice peripherals, some nice controllers, so let's take all this stuff back home, and let's talk about all of it. Alright guys, I got a big stack of stuff, a couple boxes here, and a bag full of stuff. We'll go over the boxes last, but let's go through what's in the bag right now. I guess we'll do something a little different. Normally I start with the video games, but these video games are almost pretty much the most lackluster part of what I got. There is one really cool video game. We'll talk about that after these. Madden 2004. I think that was the first one I found, right? Yeah. And it's funny because that's actually a Madden I don't have. So got that one out of the way. I was kind of bummed about this because here's a Ben 10 game that I don't have. There's a lot of Ben 10 games, but this one was not the case. There's a small chance that maybe I have the disc for this, but I won't know till I get home. I don't really write those things down. MVP Baseball 2005. Very nice. And then also missing its disc, Super Mario. But I actually have a disc for this for sure. I have 2 or 3 of them because they show up so much. And the Wiis that I bring home. Every other time I bring home a Wii and I plug it up, guess what's inside of there? And this I didn't really mean to buy. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004. Or I was going to look up the price, see what it's worth, see if maybe it had trade-in value or resale value. But I actually just left it in my bag and never even thought to check it. So if it's worth something, I'll trade it in for a few bucks. If it's not, I'll just throw it on a shelf or throw it away. I don't know which. Now, the last game I got today, I'm very excited about. I got an NES game in the bins. This might actually be a first for me, I think. WrestleMania, the arcade game. Can you see it?
Yep.
Does it look good?
Yep.
Very excited about this. I've never, to my knowledge that I can recall, brought home a Super Nintendo game from the bins. So let's keep moving. What should I show you next? I was very excited about this for my Mario shelf. I don't really have a lot of Mario Kart stuff on my Mario shelf, so that's definitely going on there. It's pretty dope. And then I got a wall charger. It was a nice one with different amperages, so I got that. And then boom, I forget his name off the top of my head, but it's a Disney Infinity, and it was one I don't have. I was pretty excited to find it because I actually passed up on this one at a game store last time we were doing travel vlogs. So I have it now, got it at the bin, so I paid for it by weight. Not mad about that. All right, then I got a PS3 controller, which is awesome, except the sticks are a little gummy. They're a little chewed on by a dog maybe, but they feel good otherwise, so I'll just replace those. And there's another PS3 controller for my collection. And then I got not one, but 2 Wiimote Pluses. And actually, I'm feeling them now. They've definitely got batteries in them. I need to make sure they're not corroded, and that one is. But it's all right. I find these corroded all the time because they've been in closets for years. This one does not appear to be corroded, but it's a pretty easy fix. I've never had one that was corroded, Wiimotes specifically, that I couldn't bring back to life. I've bought other controllers corroded I couldn't bring back, but the Wiimotes usually come pretty clean. Got 2 nunchucks for them, so that's awesome because I find a lot of Wiimotes, but 99 out of 100 are not Wiimote Pluses. So I actually need a clean pink one for my collection. The black one I don't need, so I'll put this with a bundle that I trade in or sell. But the pink one I have is both a little chewed on by a dog or something, as well as missing its pink back. So that was going to the collection. This one I don't need so much. That's all the stuff that's in the bags. Now, I got 2 boxes here, and I'm very excited about both of them. The first is a Star Wars Lego set from the Clone Wars. It's Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. And as far as I can tell, it's all here. It's just missing the minifigures. It looks like someone went and donated a bunch of their Lego stuff to Goodwill and just kept their minifigures, which I don't blame them. If they were already open, I'd probably do something similar. Just put the minifigs on a shelf. But I've kind of dug through it and eyeballed what it looks like and stuff. So I might have to put this together. Comment below if you'd like to see another Lego build episode. We've already done one. This could be a fun one. It's not very big. As far as Star Wars Legos go, that's not very big. But last, and maybe least to some of you, but not least to me, is this near perfect condition Guitar Hero guitar. And actually, while I was checking out at the bins, the guy checking me out was super excited. He's like, "That's crazy. You're gonna get this for like $4, man. That's wild. Good find." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not good at Guitar Hero. I can play regular guitar, and people say this all the time, but I can play regular guitar pretty well, and I even used to give guitar lessons, but I can't play Guitar Hero on easy settings. I never was good at it. But I do like to collect this stuff when it's complete in box, because that'll look great on the shelf, I think. Now, inside it's complete also, except for, I was going to say except for the game. Yeah, the game's not in here. But that's fine, because the game is, of course, a not for resale copy that doesn't have the barcode. And I have like 3 of those, so I can complete this myself. And it's a little dirty, but it's in perfect shape. So I'll be putting this on the shelf and leaving it up there. I'm pretty happy about that. But let's talk about what you're happy about. Definitely comment below before you leave. What is your favorite thing that I got? I'm going to go ahead and say it's a tie between this complete inbox Guitar Hero guitar and this WrestleMania game. I've never played this that I know of. Most of the memories I have from being a kid playing wrestling games were N64 games. So I don't recall this one, but I will definitely put this in when we get home and try to beat Patrick at it. He'll probably stop me, but I'll try. What's your favorite thing that I got? What's your least favorite thing that I got? I'm not mad about any of this. I don't think there's anything to be mad about. Some people probably might not like this Guitar Hero guitar, but I'm happy about it. But before we go, let's also talk about this bins a little bit more in depth. It was a good one. It was very clean, which most bins that you go to aren't particularly clean, but they're usually also years into being open. So maybe this one was just clean because it was brand new. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they run a tight ship and keep things clean. The quality of stuff, I would say, was kind of a medium. I've definitely walked into a Goodwill bins plenty of times and walked out with more of this, but even my home bins in Phoenix, which I probably biasly think is the best one, I go there plenty and leave with nothing. So the quality of stuff's pretty good. I mean, the fact that there was just a Super Nintendo cartridge in the bins, that's crazy. Like, how did this get there? This didn't have a Goodwill price tag on it. Matter of fact, most of the stuff I bought today, all of it, was unprocessed stuff. So this stuff never went to a regular Goodwill. It went straight to the bins after being donated. So that's awesome. I definitely would go again. I'm kind of bummed Hannah wasn't here to look through the clothes. I have no idea what the quality of clothes was. I looked little and I didn't see anything that caught my eyes, but I'm not anywhere near as good as Hannah is at looking at that stuff. So I definitely like this bins. I've never really tried to rank any of them. As I said earlier, you can definitely go look at my playlist and try to look at some of the other bins and maybe compare, but I don't really have any strong comparisons yet. I've been to like 10 at this point. Not even on the channel. I've been to like 5 on the channel. But outside of the channel, I've been to about 10. And they're always usually pretty good. I've only been to maybe one or two where I was like, I don't need to come back to this one. Usually it's because they're small and they maybe, there's some that don't even do rotations at all. They bring out new stuff and then they just, that's it for the day. You have to come back tomorrow to see new stuff. Now, as you saw, this one just kind of had people move away. They took half of the stuff out and brought in new stuff. And every hour they say they do that. They rotate half the store, which is really similar to what my home bins in Phoenix does. So I appreciated that. That felt a little bit familiar, but they were a lot more casual about it. The bins back home in Phoenix that I frequent is so intense that it's kind of a battle to get it rotated. But these guys were just like, and also I think one of the things I wanted to point out, you most likely won't hear any of the intercoms on the earlier part of the video, but whenever they do a rotation, they call every employee in the whole building to come rotate it, so that the rotation is minutes. Whereas a lot of the bins that you'll go to, there's just 2 or 3 or 5. There's a team of people that is specifically just rotators, and they bring in old bins, take new ones, and that's it. That's what they do. But whenever it was time to do a rotation, they said all available hands, all available employees, come to the main room for rotation. And they did. There was like 30 people pushing in the new and old carts. That was really cool. It would be really neat to see other bins do that. I mean, it's a little bit stingy. As a shopper, I definitely feel like that place had the cleanest, smoothest rotations I've ever seen. A lot of Goodwill bins you'll go to won't bring in new product that much. Now, do comment below before you leave. What was your favorite thing I got? Go watch our other Goodwill Bins videos. And if you didn't watch yesterday's video, go back and watch that. We did a little travel vlogging, but we talked a lot about some video games we played along the way. It was a good time. And we also looked at some alpaca, which was fun. So if you didn't watch that episode, go back and watch it. It's the video posted right before this one. It's a fun time. And also stick around and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're making some more videos kind of involving some alpaca real soon. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. We've got a whole day of shooting planned around some alpaca tomorrow. It's weird, but I promise you it's going to be fun. You want to subscribe for it. So before you go, subscribe. And then hit that bell notification also, so that when I post said videos, you'll get a notification and you come back and hang out with us then. Until then, guys, peace out.